Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Skeledirge in the Open Great League. Let's have some fun. This algorithm was kicking ass. As you can see, this is my first battle, Swampert. Okay, Skeledirge is going to be a fire and ghost type. It's going to be, I'm going to have to say, pretty even Pokemon as far as defense, attack, and HP. It's pretty good. I'm going to have to say, these things are performing a lot better than I suspected they would. Now, they're not ranked as high as you would want them to be if you're looking on sites like PvPoke or something like that. But they still have it where they can get it. And where they're getting it good. So this thing has Incinerate. And we're going to be going with Disarming Voice and Shadow Ball. Now, you can go with Flamethrower or Crunch alongside Shadow Ball. But I would, it's costing less energy, and it's actually working pretty well. Has pretty good attack. Incinerate, getting a lot of energy very fast, although you're pretty vulnerable between those attack animations. But I found it to be fun again, as well as Meowscarada. I had a blast with that one as well. I really have no complaints. As I was saying, I swear, really quick, I just got to say something, I could be sitting downstairs and procrastinating to, get upstairs and start doing the commentary after I put the video together. No calls, nobody, nothing. The second I start recording, calls, text, what's going on? Hey, you, message, what's up? what is going on? I call it Saints Row. It's kind of like the Grand Theft Auto effect where you could go down a street when it looks barren, there's nothing there, but all of a sudden you're like, all right, I'm going to speed down this street. Now I'm saying I'm going to speed down a street in real life, but I'm just saying in the game. And then a car just comes out of nowhere and just screws you over and just makes you crash. All right. Anyways, with that said, folks, please give this video a thumbs up. Let's have some fun here. I don't know what this crocodile is all about in the main games, but it looks like that egg hatches on its head into a bird. So we're getting hit by the algorithm. All right. So what's going on here? What you're seeing is the real time. We're not cutting it out. We're going to switch our lead. You saw what we were getting, right? You've seen that, right? Like we've been doing for the past couple of videos. So we'll go ahead and do that again, and let's see what happens this time. Oh, a Golbat after we put our grass up front. Oh, just no algorithm. Yeah, just a coincidence. All right, anybody who doesn't believe at this point, you got to say, okay, now I see. If you don't, then now you're just, playing silly. So let's have fun here, okay? We're still going to stay in this game. Like I said, we're going to go uncut for a while, and there will be a few transitions, though. I'm not going to get all ragey. I mean, what's the point? Let's have fun with it. All right, so we're up against Medicham. We are getting a shield, and then we're taking them down with Shadow Ball. Now we're getting to the Shadow Ball again. Gets to it at a pretty decent rate with Incinerate. I'm going to have to say I like this thing. Actually, I picked the Duck, though, as my starter. But like it really matters, they're spawning everywhere. Okay, it doesn't matter. All right, so we got off the Disarming Voice. I mean, some damage better than none. It did more than I suspected. And they have a Victory Bell Shadow in the back. All right, so we will stay here, take it out with this Icy Wind. Down they go, no more shields. We have 2 shields left, and we're going to go up against the lead that we had with our Serperior. And just to give the middle finger to the damn algorithm, I didn't shield it up. Taking the win, they're bad lead. Come at me, algorithm. This is crazy though, really. Are you serious? All right, now let's see what happens again. Let's see what we get this time. All right, let's go. What are we gonna see this time? We are met with a Dartrix. Okay, well, I mean, it's not particularly great. We do have Aerial Ace, but hey. So we are swapping into Dugong, and they are bringing in a Stunk Tank. So, Trailblaze, right? I mean, Crunch is pretty much what you go for anyway. It's because you're getting stabbed as well, and your Shadow, so I'd go for that and the defense potential drop. Unfortunately, we're not able to take him out, but they didn't get the defense drop, so we can let this go. Ooh, I don't even think it would have been enough even if they did, but we take them out. We won that matchup like we wanted to. Great. Okay. And they're bringing in the Blob. Okay, Swalot. This thing is actually pretty interesting. Sludge Bomb with Ice Beam as well as a fast charging quick move. Yeah, I mean, it's finally got a little something going on here. I did have a bunch of them for whatever reason. I have a level 51 because it was one of the ones I had enough candies for that required you to power one of these Pokemon up so you can progress for the levels. All right, we have the alignment we've been looking for, but I forgot. Brave Bird, I was like, oh my gosh, damn. Gonna get the frick out of there. What the hell? Okay, so we are holding on to energy, and I didn't realize we had a Shadow Ball, right? I'm thinking, okay, disarming voice. So they're gonna get me with Sludge Bomb here. All right, that's fine. We're gonna go for the Aerial Ace, which is gonna be costing less energy. So Serperior is effectively taking part of this whole change, right? Pretty cool how many Pokemon were affected. So I go for Disarming Voice, knowing it's gonna be enough, but we could have went for Shadow Ball. But yeah, that wasn't some sort of flex like, take the Disarming Voice. It's poison type. No, it wasn't like that. Anyways, let's go, folks. Unedited, how do you like this here? Make sure you do give these videos a thumbs up here. All right, so the next one is going to be the duck that we have to take a look at. And that was the one that I said I was going to, be all about. But it didn't get quite the moves I wanted, like counter. Oh, what do you know? A dragon and dark type with my Serperior. What do you know? Oh, no. Okay. All right, so we'll just hang tight and... we don't really want to swap here. We don't want to get locked with our Skeledirge. Oh, I guess we are doing it. We got them low enough, I suppose. And they're bringing in Medicham, which is not looking great. Countered in the front and hard counter. No, this is not really a hard counter. This is just a counter. And you know what it is, Medicham. Man, so sick and tired. If I put a Charm on my team, they're gone. I don't see them anymore. If I put a Charm user or a Confusion, no, that's not Confusion. It's flying mostly. Yeah, you put Charm on there, they're gone. Nowhere to be seen, but you certainly will start seeing those Steel and Poison types. Bringing in Skeledirge, let's have a little fun with this thing. We got 2 shields left. Psychic, hit at me with Psychic. What you doing? And we're getting to the Disarming Voice as they get to their Dragon Claw. Awesome, they did not try to lower my stats. Sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I think they're just trying to get shielded at this point. So we swap into the Serperior. Going to go ahead and go for the Aerial Ace. Doing some damage, and they have a Victory Bell Shadow in the back. Well, now we're gonna take a loss with their fire type there. That had no health, unfortunately. Again, these new starters are not built for the Great League. More so the Ultra League. I would say mostly all of them. Pretty much. That's pretty much it. Next battle, what do you know? We put Dugong and we get a fighter. You saw me. There was no edits, no cuts. So I back out. I wasn't in the mood. And I knew we were recording this for the video, so we'll just keep it flowing and moving here. I'm not even going to entertain what was in the back there. But let's go ahead and see what we're going to be met with now with the Dugong up front. Fire? All right, okay. This is doable, no problem. It's not like we're, getting met with Registeel or something like that. Although we do have Drill Run. So we'll let that first one go, and we're going to go for the Drill Run here. Now, typically, everybody lets these go, and they shield it up. I'm like, I can't win here. Alright, so we're going to double Drill Run. We'll just shield that one up. And if they double shield, I'm going to stay here. I don't want to get locked in with a bad matchup. I'd rather just let it take me out and, use up that energy here. And bring in Skeledirge and just have a little fun. And of course, we're going to have to get the Shadow Ball. Now, we could go for Disarming Voice, but no, why not? We're already at Shadow Ball. Let's not risk them getting to a charge move, although they're all resisted for the most part. They'll still do a decent amount because it's Shadow. Bringing in a Nidoqueen here. We'll let this go because we know it's Poison Fang. That was very quick. And then we'll get off Shadow Ball, which is going to do a ton of damage coming from the stab here. And it's enough to take them out. They have a Trevenant in the back, and they're Shadow Clawing me down. Now remember, you're Fire and Ghost. So yeah, that Shadow Claw is super effective to us. All right, so... okay, I'm shielding up the Shadow Ball correctly. And see, the thing about Serperior, especially if you have a good IV one, is it's pretty tanky and it can take a hit fairly well, even if it's super effective. So we're winning that matchup great. Moving into the next one here with the Dugong in the front still. Let's see what we're going to be met with this time. Pretty interesting how we do swap them out. We see different Pokemon, and now we're getting a good lead. Finally, we have a good lead here. Golbat, let's go. All right. Now our chances of winning are about 70% right now, 75%. Probably even more like 80%. And when you have a lead, it's ridiculous. Not saying that's everything, but it could be mostly if you can get a good alignment going here, especially if you have a debuff like this here, debuffing them. Now, what they can do in this situation is farm up a ton and then kind of retreat it to refresh the debuff and use that energy later. But they're going straight for the Shadow Ball, so that strategy's out. But a lot of people do that. All right, so bringing in the Serperior, we're letting it go because we lowered their attack and this thing's already tanky and it's, taking the hit. Still in the green. Shielding up the Frenzy Plant. Now, the thing about Serperior, when they're catching this aerial ace, what was that? Oh my gosh. I thought I was a bot there. I was like, man, that was like so random. But it was a good one there. Right. So the thing about Serperior, you could go with the Leaf Tornado, which is going to have a chance of lowering your opponent's attack by 2 stages. And the damage is not that great. I'm good because my chances of getting those debuffs are not very often. So I'll just stick to the Community Day Frenzy Plant. Hitting hard as heck works great. All right, so Skeledirge doing what it can, and I felt like this was the best play in the situation here. Let's see if I made the correct decision. I wanted to keep going with Skeledirge, but I knew that the damn thing in the back was going to have energy. So they swapped to catch this. Again, another weird, perfect timing. I'm like, this person's either extremely good at this catching and just getting very lucky, because I'm throwing them kind of at a random time, or this is some bot action, but I'm beating the system here. Okay. And I'm sorry, it's no disrespect. I'm just joking here. I'm not trying to say that they're a bot as the sky turns dark. It's just very crazy on some, you know, you all know what I mean. Okay, next battle. What do we got here? Azumarill. So they started popping up all over the place, or at least up in the front, which is not bad. What you're going to want to do, or at least what I like to do, is go for the Icy Wind, lower the attack, so they're just going to be doing less straight up. Now the Drill Run is doing slightly more than the Icy Wind, a little bit more. You could just keep going Icy Wind. I mean, I'd say the max you want to do is 3, because the maximum you can lower a stat of any particular thing, defense or attack, is going to be by 4 stages. So take note of that. If you keep on going for the same thing over and over again, I mean, unless you're trying to do damage, you're not lowering their stats anymore. Same with raising your attack. All right, so we're up against a Medicham. We're going to go ahead and go for the Disarming Voice here, which is still super effective. We're getting a shield. As you see, it's working fairly well. And, you know, sure, it can get screwed over in certain situations, but I'm not going to sit there and be like, ah, this thing sucks. It's not like an Infernape. Now, that's the thing you could say needs like counter, right? Once an Infernape gets counter, it will be all over the place. Now we'll have our fun dancing monkey that we've always wanted. That needs its crown. Damn it. The thing's fun. It's cool. It's never got any time. Anyways, what's going on here? We got all kinds of dancing going on. Now, Drill Run shielding that up. I thought they were going to bait me, so I was really happy that there was a Drill Run there. And we really need to get them, you know, we're kind of good at this point. So we'll let this go. We'll finish them off with the Serperior. We'll get to the Frenzy Plant. I actually beat them, which is great. I wasn't paying attention to the energy. So we'll be able to hold on to our shield for the last matchup against the Azumarill. Ice Beam wouldn't be enough to take us out anyways, but I'm just going to shield it up. Better safe than sorry. And they back out. We take the win. Fantastic. That was a Azumarill lead, right? Okay. All right. So what do you think we're going to be seeing for our next battle? This is directly afterwards. There's a transition there because it's after like 20 minutes. Okay, so it's an Azumarill. Oh, okay. Well, you know what it is. You've seen the play. Now let's go ahead and do it again. Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll have a different outcome. Maybe they'll shield. Maybe they'll swap. Who knows? Let's see what happens, though. But you will win this matchup. That is a guarantee. Now, my IVs are a little different, so it depends on what kind of IVs you do have. But for the most part, you should be pretty safe, even if you're running a 100% IV Dugong. Although, you know, you're not going to be as bulky. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start hitting these drill runs right about now. We can survive another play rough, and we'll be fine. They'll have to shield if they want to win this because the next drill run's enough to take them out. We survive this, no problem. Opportunity to catch right there on their end. Drill run and one more quick move and we take that win. Great. And they're going to farm us down with Ferrothorn. Fantastic. We have, you know, the star of the show. Let's go ahead and have a little fun with this thing. They back out. I wonder what was in the back. I wonder what was in the back that we could have destroyed with this thing, but we'll never know. All right, so let's continue with it on here with the star of the show. Like I said, having fun with this thing here. As far as making it for Master League, I mean, that's just going to have to wait until it gets Community Day in the future. Yeah. No, I'm not one of these. Yeah, ain't happening. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and go for Drill Run Lantern lead. Yeah. It's not great, but we don't want a bad matchup, so we'll just stay here. Calling the Surf. Calling the damn Surf. Let's go. You know what it was, honestly? It wasn't so much that I was calling the Surf. It was more so that I just didn't care about the lantern or about the Dugong. I was just going to let it go down. So they quick moved me down, which is, it's okay. Serperior will wall everything that they do have. Bringing in a Mantine. Okay. All right. We can work with this here. Doing a decent amount of damage. I don't know if they have Aerial Ace or Ice Beam. We're going to go ahead and shield this up, Aerial Ace. Both of them are going to be doing a lot. And we just want to keep that Serperior nice in the green here. It is tanky, but, you know, stab, super effective. It's not appreciated. All right, so bringing in the alligator. Let's have a little fun with this thing here. We got a Dugong. I don't know about this. Letting it go, and it is a drill run. Shoot. At least they didn't lower our attack, but it would have been nice. I would have preferred to lower the attack over all that damage, but we're have to deal with what we did by not shielding up that drill run, going for the disarming voice, and they caught it with their lantern. Oh boy, they are shieldless at this point. Okay, so I think I lose this one here. All right, so we're just gonna... did I misplace somewhere? Could I have done something different? You know, there's always that critique. Yeah. So what I could have done is shield that up and then hit. I knew they had energy though, so... yeah, maybe I should have shielded that up, but it doesn't really matter. Good game nonetheless. Moving it into the next one here. All right, we're met with... oh, well, that's a good lead for me. That's very good. Gligar swapping into their Steelix, and we're going to go ahead and bring it in. Have a little fun here. See what this thing can do. We're doing super effective with the Steel. We're not, you know, have Flamethrower here, so we're going to go with the Shadow Ball. And they did lower our attack with the Breaking Swipe, so there is that. Would have done more damage. It would have pretty much almost been KO'd at this point. Going for another one. We will shield that one up and farm them down here. They've lowered our attack by 2 stages, so let's see what they do. We go for the Shadow Ball they're bringing in. Was that a Trevenant? Now, this is where I screwed up. I could have went for Disarming Voice. 2 of them. I could have made it to 2. Although it wouldn't have done that much damage, it would have been something. So, shoot. All right, so bringing in the Dugong. We'll let that first one... well, wait. Let that first one go. Do we even have a shield left? Yes, we do. Okay, they are shieldless. Bringing in the Serperior. We'll let the Shadow Ball go. We got off an Icy Wind. We already lowered their attack. Shadow Ball, no problem at all. Going to be going for the Frenzy Plant up against the Gligar. Still doing a decent amount of damage because they are ground. You gotta love it. And we'll let this go. We'll farm them down. We'll get up to an Icy Wind, and then we'll be able to take out the Trevenant with the Icy Wind. They're not at a charge move. They use pretty much all their energy on that Shadow Ball. They have a little residual, but not enough to get to the Seed Bomb, and we're taking the win. Let's go. All right, so like I said, I wasn't disappointed with Skeledirge. Not whatsoever. Did I just change the lead? We'll see soon enough. And we have, nope, Dugong still. Oh, Metacham. Well, that's not good. All right, so we're going to swap into Serperior, and they're bringing in a Registeel. So I am going to back. You win. You got me. It's over. It's over. GG's. So go ahead. Look, all right, we see all the... all right, that was like the 3rd Metacham, and that was like the 3rd game I backed out, and I was just countered to the middle. I could have tried to make a comeback, but I was under time pressure there, so I needed to get these over with. So we put this thing up front, and we're met with a Drift Plume, which is not bad. I'll take it. I mean, they're super effective with their Shadow Ball, but yeah, we're super effective back. It's a decent matchup here. Dugong would have been nice. It would have been nice to see a flyer up front, but you can't get all the flyers all the time. So we'll let it go. Unfortunately, I thought they tried to bait me with Mystical Fire, but that's not... they went straight for the Shadow Ball. And they do it again with the Dugong. So I unfortunately hit Icy Wind, so I don't tap on any of them, so I can farm them down. We barely do it. They almost made it to Mystical Fire. All right, but they are down a shield, so we could potentially pull this off. We got rid of a big threat to the Serperior, so maybe we can handle whatever's in the back. This thing does have Charm, and we're going to go ahead and swap after getting that off, and they've got a Quagsire in the back. Oh, shoot! And it's a wrap. You know, what I thought I should have done was farm a little bit more, but no, that's probably the best play. Take them out as soon as possible because we still had 2 shields, and we are looking good. Unedited. Still going here. Let's see what we have for the next battle. All right, I mean, this is no practice. All right, just evolved it, and here we are. All right, so up front, we have a water type. Okay. Well, I could scream Algorithm, but, you know, got the grass in the back. You make the decisions, okay? So we get a shield with Disarming Voice. They go for Surf. Now, I knew they were kind of outpace me here, and I really do not like to double shield my first Pokemon right out the gate like this, but if we can take them out or get a shield, then it's okay. So I was trying to swap. I got a little nervous that I couldn't take him out on time. Bringing in a Nidoqueen, going for the Shadow Ball. It's going to do a decent amount of damage if they let it go. And they shield it up. Using up their last shield, I swap into the Dugong, hoping they do not have Stone Edge because that's going to do a whole lot of damage. And they go for Earth Power and swap. That's good. What did they swap into? We're going for Icy Wind nonetheless. It's a Scrafty. Okay. Yeah, no, this is great. Get into another Icy Wind. We're looking fantastic. We got the Serperior in the back. We've lowered their attack by 2 stages. They've got no health left on that. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in the Skeledirge so we can just have them throw their energy. I know it would have been fun to just, maybe like bring in Serperior and farm them down and then keep Skeledirge and do something. But, if I want a lot of these to be pulled off, as much as I want the star of the show to do most of the stuff, you gotta just let it go. But hey, there you have it, Skeledirge. Looking pretty good in the Great League. Thank you for watching, and take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!